I just want to discuss when Queen Elizabeth died. Did anyone else notice how happy Kate Middleton looked after she heard that the Queen had died? And you know why it was? Because she was going to get the title the Princess of Wales. And it was almost like, yes, I'm going to become the next Diana now. I've been waiting so long for this title. I don't care that the old bag's dead. I'm sorry, you can't say I'm lying. Her face, she was absolutely beaming. She was so happy. She was on cloud nine. And someone else said, isn't she grieving? I said, no. I said, she's so happy that she's going to be the next Princess of Wales. And that's all she was worried about, a title. And it just proves to go how sad she is and what a snob she is. And I remember a few days after the funeral, they did this joint engagement at Windsor Castle, and all these people were there, and she couldn't stop smiling. And someone said, really? They said, look at her beaming and laughing. And the Queen's funeral was only 2 days ago, and she couldn't hide her excitement and her joy. She just can't. She's one of those people that shows every emotion, and she was just so happy. I mean, she looked like she'd won the lottery, and all down to a title. And everyone said, oh, rubbish, or looking into things a bit too much. I wasn't. She was so happy. She completely changed. Before, she was all miserable. And then as soon as she died, the Queen, it was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to be the Princess of Wales. And I'm surprised William didn't say, like, look, calm down. For God's sake, it's only a title, Kate. Look, don't go overboard, because people will think that you're so happy. But she couldn't have cared less about the Queen's death, which is really sad, because Meghan was actually genuinely upset, and Harry, you could see it on their faces. But Kate, she couldn't have given a what's it. It was all about her. It was like, oh, what's going to happen for me next? What's in the pipeline? What am I going to do next with my title? And I just think, what a sad individual worrying about a title. And they all say, oh, well, Meghan's like that. She isn't. It's Kate, I'm afraid. And I think to be happy and joyful after someone's passing and death is sick. It's actually sick in the head. And it just shows that there is something seriously wrong with Kate's wiring. Because if that was me, I'd think, oh, it's really sad. Look, she did so well. She was in her 90s, and what she did, people really liked the Queen, actually. She was all right. I wouldn't say I liked her a lot, but you have to, when it's a time of sadness, you're supposed to grieve. And with Kate, it was almost like a celebration. It was almost like she wanted to hold a party and go, yes, I've got the Princess of Wales title, woo! And it's a title at the end of the day. Just because you're going to have the Princess of Wales' title, Kate, doesn't mean you're going to become Diana. You'll never be Diana. You never have been Diana. Just because you've got the title doesn't mean you're the children's princess or the people's princess. You're far from it. I mean, Diana worked miracles. She did. She was absolutely amazing at her job. She's committed like Meghan again. She wanted to do it because she'd had a bad childhood when her mother left her. And again, people say, well, Kate never had a bad childhood. And it probably adds up why she's such a stuck-up little missus, because you can tell she's such a bragger, the way she acts. And after the Queen's death, it was almost like everyone's going to bow down to me now. I'm the Princess of Wales. I'm going to do what I say. Everyone has to look at me and praise me. And I think it's just sick that the press never discussed her behaviour. Because if that had been Meghan, it'd have been, oh, the Duchess of Sussex looked overjoyed after the Queen had passed away. And 2 days after the funeral, Meghan Markle was laughing hilariously 2 days after the Queen's funeral. They would have published it and covered it if that was Meghan. But as it's Kate, it's nothing. It's zilch. Again, as usual. No surprise there, but I don't know if anyone else pointed it out, but she was absolutely... She was so boyish, and she was almost like a new Kate. It was almost like she'd been recharged, like, oh yes, I've got a title, woo! And to do... I can't understand, because that was William's grandmother. And I just said, look, Kate, that's my grandmother that's just died, and you're on top of the world. I just said, can you show some respect, please? Because just because you're happy doesn't mean the rest of us are. And it just proves how self-centered the Princess of Wales is. I don't even know why I called her that then, because she will always be Kate Middleton. She will always be a commoner. She's only a royal by marriage. She's not a royal by blood. See, Lady Diana, she was a royal by blood. So that's the difference, Kate. Diana was a lady and you were just a commoner, and you always will be.